things. You looking at you, man, in the face, and I told him, I said, I don't need you now. I need you, during that time, I was lost. I was looking for guidance. I was looking for mentorship. What can be the next step? I didn't have that. That's an influential part that we play in each other's lives. We play in the lives of men, young men, adolescents, and everything. Young man, it starts early. That's the key to us.
I got a thought-provoking question for you.
Yeah.
Because I grew up exactly like you, over the projects. But my grandmother, no father, no mother. Mom was a crackhead. I got 10 siblings and stuff. Some of them did. But how did you? And I know what my course of correction actually was. How did you parallel that into your marriage, into the children? Like, how did you say, I don't want my children to go through the same thing that I went through? How did you mend that bridge to say, I want you to do better than me, and this is how I'm gonna do it?
What I did was, I used my own experience as my motivation.
Okay.
That was I joined the Navy. I worked with Mr. Terrence Off. We were over at the hospice council. I joined the Navy. My ultimate goal was join the Navy. It was not just job security, but my ultimate goal was to not allow my kids to see the cement walls of a project like I did. It was simple for me, and I worked hard to not to go back, cause I know what that felt like. Me and my wife in October, we'll be together for 22 years. Went to the same high school. We've been together since 1998. 1998. You know what I'm saying? And it's been ups and downs. It come with it, but it's like the resistance of being able to find a way to work through it and navigate it together. It's been, because she was single mom, she had that mentality of independence, and I had that stubbornness of hey, I'm gonna provide. That was things I was taught. I always tell people all the time, man, I was taught all the great things my uncle told me, like smell good, have a buck in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Look good, keep a clean haircut and stuff like that and everything. But I didn't have the example of what it is to be married. So when I got married, I was like, shoot, what do I do now?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do I do now?
Where are the instructions?
Yeah, where are the instructions?
Well, I ain't cut you off, but not what you do now. It's what you was taught. This is like, and I don't mean to take the floor, man. But I talk a lot. So, but it's like for me and my, it's what we was taught. This is like, men are taught to bring a check home, give it. You older guys know this. Bring the check home, give it to the wife, and she'll distribute it over the house and blah blah blah. You are measured. You are literally measured off of what you provide.
Exactly.
All right. So myself, I'm like, that sounds stupid. What do I get in return? Like, what do I get in return from my wife? And you ask a lot of women, they don't even know.
Yeah.
They don't even know. Like, what do I get in return?
We're not
what they wrote.
Yeah, we're not taught. It's like I'm hearing everything that y'all saying. It's like breaking the generational curse. That's literally all it is. And it sounds simple at what it is, but it's not. Like you say, you just took your stuff as motivation.
Yeah.
What if I don't have that motivation? I'm just literally gonna do the same thing my father did.
Right.
It's just in me. So it says something in us that's innate. Either you get the guidance from God, or you just get it from yourself. And I'm not saying that God is not above it all, but it's going to start with you. Sometimes we don't have God. I know our grandma took us somewhere, and we was in the church at 5 all the way to a certain age. It was just there. And doing the week, all right, I guess I go to Bible study, but at the end of the day, if it's either will start with you or God will give you a sign like you go do this, or He gonna take you through an obstacle. You be like, damn, I almost went to jail this time. Like, I'm scared. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what? I want to be this change. So I would say in general, like it's not. When you have kids, you're not given a book, and when you get married, you're not given a book.
Yeah.
You only told, like, as a man, you take your feelings, you put it inside you, you provide, you give the check, or you know what, this is what I do, and you just have to start from there, and that's where your downs start up before you go to your ups. Because I'll tell you this right now, and I don't think a lot of men know how to look for a woman.
Man, come on, man, preach.
and that's where it starts with, like,
Preach.
when you have a woman that's by your side, like you said, 22, right?
Yeah.
22. I'm about to hit 15 this year. If you actually, when you have someone that's actually wants to build with you, it makes you a different person. I will say I went from a child to an actual man. I'm not saying she's the one that made me the man. It was literally like, I have someone that I can actually build with.
Yeah.
And build this utopia, this empire.
Yeah.
I have these kids that I can actually see my changes, like they actually know how to say their emotions.
Yeah.
And not come from a space of like, this is a temper tantrum. Like, I feel this way because of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. We can move to that. Cause why you say that? You can do what I say and not as I do. And that's how we use the raise. So it's like something like I had to do for myself to actually pour into them to do the change. Because I can say this right now, if it wasn't for my father that was a pastor, but then his family themselves were either selling drugs and doing what they were doing, I only had a little piece before he passed away, before I was like, all right, I think this is where I go and this is where I'm gonna lead to. So if I didn't have that, I don't know where I would have done, or that little path that, okay, cool, now I can navigate that, so.
Well, how old were you when he passed away?
I was 32, but I was just living in this life.
That's what I was saying, but you say you had became a man during that point, but you say like your father was in your life. A lot of people who don't have their fathers feel like they missed out on that. So like, what was the separation between you and your dad? Like, why do you feel like you missed that?
I missed it because he was giving his life to the world.
Right.
He was trying to pour back what he didn't have from his father into his congregation or to his family. Because back then, if his father died, when his father died at 30, my dad was just going into college. So when his father died, his sister died, and then he was trying to take care of everyone. When I was born, he was still trying to take care of them. And what he told me was, you were just like me, so I'll let you be. So when I actually made amends with my father, I was just like, bro, you giving all of your energy to everyone else and not to me. So I'm just gonna be out in the streets. And he was like, look, you need to have your own car, be home at this certain time. Bro, I had my own job at 14, had my own car. He couldn't tell me anything. So you telling me one thing, yes, did I get in some disputes with my pops and fight? Yes, we did. I did not win. Trust me, I was asleep. I was asleep. However, /comment, that made me know this is what a man looks like. But what I was really missing was just his love. Even though he was there in the picture, I didn't get that from him because he didn't know actually how to be. He knew how to be a caretaker, but not actually how to be a father.
Right.
Like a nurturer.
A nurturer.
So how many made it without their fathers? I was blessed to have mine, both grandfathers, several uncles. So I was supposed to make it, and I did. I was blessed to have that. But I know, well, most of the kids that I mentor don't have their fathers around. They don't, and you know, I fill in the best way I can. I do the best I can, but I always want to hear and need to hear from those who didn't have their fathers around. I think Don Trey, that's the case for you, right?
Yeah, like I actually met my father for the first time at my brother's funeral.
Wow.
So like, mind you, I never met my brother before. Like, so I got brothers on his side of the family. So it's been an aunt that I kept in touch with. She used to be a school bus driver, so she kind of like always kept in touch with me. We didn't have like a big relationship, but she would always see me when I got on the bus. So she ended up seeing me one day, and she was like, "Yeah, your brother passed away." Mind you, it's no emotion for me because it's like I don't know him. Like I don't know him.
How old were you?
At this time I was probably about like 24. So the crazy thing is like I'm a good guy, so I'm like, yeah, I'll pull up to the funeral, show my respect. Mind you, I don't know him like this, but it's my chance to meet him. So I go to the funeral, and he there. I got an older brother there too. My older brother like 40 something. Got to meet him. Got to meet a couple of my nieces and things like that. But I'm looking in the casket, and it's like, dang. But mind you, I got a brother, like my real brother on my mother's side, and they have the same exact birthday. They were both born March 26th. Almost the same time and everything. So as I'm seeing him, like I see he right there, but we got no conversation for each other. It's like we look at each other. I'm way bigger than him, so I'm like, dang, this really my dad. Like, so it's kind of like it's weird. It was weird to see him right there as an adult, and we don't have no type of conversation. Like he didn't even care to be like, hey, what's up with you? Like, what's going on? No, nothing. And mind you, I'm from Norfolk, so he in Norfolk, and we still don't have any type of relationship.